Welcome to our solution to Challenge 5. We are Team Planaholics Anonymous. Meet Emma Clark, Senior Project Manager at Contusso, Master of Multitasking, Survivor of Spreadsheet Overload. She was leading a giant multi-phase construction programme with endless teams, tasks and timelines. Her weekly ritual, wrestling with disconnected scheduling and ops reports that never matched. By the time she finished piecing it all together, the data was already outdated. Deadlines slipped, risks went unnoticed, dependencies fell apart like IKEA furniture without the manual. Then came the last straw, another painful project review where no one's numbers lined up. That's when Emma had her aha moment. It's not a data problem, it's an insight problem. Enter Data Pulse, one smart dashboard to rule them all. It synced timelines, flagged issues early, and even predicted delays before they happened. The results? Reporting time dropped by 75%. Resource chaos gone. Emma became the MVP of the PMO. From spreadsheet stress to smooth success, all thanks to a little clarity.
Yeah, so here we have the Data Pulse dashboard for Contusso, which helps us to get from chaos to clarity. So to start with, we have an overview of the project, which we will see as part of the project plan, then a couple of dashboards with related to the resource utilization and the overload of the resources, moving on to the milestone report, and finally catching up on the predictive analytics and the critical path, finally on the data quality report. So to start with, we move on to the project plan, which gives us an overview of how the project is progressing, how much the progress is made for each of the tasks, and also the work packages and the portfolio wise. Moving on to the resources, we have like average resource utilization, which is more than 100%, and also it shows the resource wise the breakup of the optimal and the underload ones, and also if we have some overloaded resources, it will show that as well. Then we move on to the showing the resources allocation of the utilization over month, and so it shows like the line chart which shows the graphical representation of that. We move to the resource utilization, which is heat map showing the overloaded and underloaded resources, and if we click on each of these, it shows how each of the resources break down in terms of resources.
Okay, thanks. So now we'd be looking at the generic resources. So this side of the report shows where projects would maybe have generics over the next 3 months, which is bad practice in project management. In the ideal short term, they should all be named resources, and this could be filtered down by project name or project manager. Next would be the overload reporting. This would show a resource utilisation that has been utilised at over 1.2 full-time employees, and on the right-hand side showing a suggested nudge or action to accommodate this. Into more detail, there is a table showing the resource utilisation of greater than 1.2 full-time employees, and if the resource is allocated across 3 work packages in a short space of time. Next, we show the milestone drifting report. So this is when the planned end date is going to be drifting from the initial end date, and if this is going to be a milestone drift to the right-hand side. Anything with a negative milestone drift shows an improvement on the schedule. Again, ability to filter on project name or functional manager. So next, I'll pass you on to Ken about predictive analytics.
Thank you. This table shows all the portfolio and project details, where predicted end days surpass planned end days and by how many days. When projects get delayed, it's usually because the critical path keeps shifting due to rework, changing resources, or shifting priorities. We analyze the pattern and find that distribution curves are around certain portfolio and teams. It's not about blame, but about clarify. With this insight, we can focus support where it is and make delivery more predictable. This chart shows how well our model predicts task duration. Each dot represents a task. If it is close to the red dashed line, the prediction was accurate. Overall, the model is tracking closely to real outcomes. With a few expressions, we'll fine-tune after the hackathon. Here is a summary of the model performance. It already shows reliable trends in predicting task timelines and identifying potential project risks. While not perfect, it's a solid base to build on, and we expect accuracy to improve with more tuning and better data.
Finally, we have the data quality report. This shows where the actual end date is before the actual start date. This highlights data quality issues which should be fixed by project controller to ensure the schedule adherence.
Our approach focuses on learning, not blaming. Insights are presented at an aggregated level. For example, the Summary tab shows performance trends by project rather than individual. Each dashboard view includes a short text box that explains and frames insights constructively, using language such as opportunities for improvement or projects requiring additional support. If a project is underperforming, the dashboard flags it as needing help rather than implying a fault. This encourages open discussion and collaboration, helping teams see data as a tool for growth, not criticism. Question 2. That's achieved by trend analysis. For example, the Resourcing tab highlights overloads in red when utilisation exceeds 120%. The Resource Overload tab analyses patterns over time. So if a resource is overloaded for more than 3 consecutive months, it's flagged as a systemic issue rather than a one-off overload. This way, leaders can focus on long-term planning improvements rather than reacting to isolated incidents or overload. Question 3. This summary dashboard provides visibility of where projects consistently struggle, making it easier to identify teams or portfolios which need additional coaching, process refinement, or cultural support. For example, if a project has a low forecast accuracy, the senior leader may choose to support that project manager by organising them to be mentored by a project manager who has a higher forecast accuracy. Going forward, we will want to track these metrics monthly so leaders can also see where improvements are taking effect, highlighting the impact of cultural or capability investments over time.
In conclusion, our resource and behavioural scheduling system transforms productivity by intelligently matching resources to human behaviour patterns. It not only maximises efficiency and reduces burnout, but it also proves that data-driven design can power sustainable, human-centred performance. Thank you for listening to our solution to Challenge 5.